Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? You're Tyler.
You're Tyler.
You're Tyler. Okay. But what am I? What am I? What am I?
A master.
A master.
A master.
I'm more than that.
Alright, yeah, we know. You're Frogs Master 595.
Frogs Master 595.
Frogs Master 595.
Frogs Master 595. Frogs Master 595. Ayo, it's Frogs Master 595. Okay, I'm gonna need you guys to tell me if I'm cooking or if I'm cooked. No, I'm being serious. I need to know. If there's any time I've ever needed you to comment, now I need you to. Because this is actually something I've been really thinking about. And that is with this guy. A Frogs that, when you really think about it, he's not really brought up at all, really. He's really not brought up. And you know what? He's really rare. He is very, very rare. I mean, we've seen more of, like, Blue Whippets. We've seen more of, like, Evil Ways. We've seen more, we've seen more Push-Its, I think. I mean, now, that doesn't necessarily mean he's more rare than Push-It. But he did come later than Push-It, right? He must have, yeah. But no one really talks about this guy. And, yeah, this button pad don't look too good, but I've had him for a long time. I've had him since 2013. Now, some of you may not know this, but this is the one from BJB. BJB 93. This was his. I've got his. So, you know, that's kind of something. I mean, that kind of means something to me. That was one of the OGs, and I've got his As Good As I Once Was. I mean, he also had 5 o'clock somewhere. I think the other two are up here. Yeah, Val Jump Around, and I Like to Move It. I Like to Move It, Jump Around, 5 o'clock somewhere, and As Good As I Once Was. All 4 of those were his, and he had, like, you know, he had a good amount of other ones, and, you know, they all got sold on eBay. You know, remember his collection video? Yeah, now there's, like, probably, like, 5 other Frogs collectors that have more Frogs than what he did back then, me being one of them. Weird to think. Because back then, that seemed like so many Frogs. But, you know, it's just crazy. But anyway, I need to know if I'm cooking or if I'm cooked. Now, he does not have batteries in him, so I can't play his song. But you know what that sounds like, right? Yeah, you know what it sounds like. I just gotta know. Yeah, this also got unstitched. I don't know how this happened. I definitely never would have pulled on the guitar. So I don't know how it got unstitched from the shirt. I mean, it must have been it must have been on there. I mean, to be honest, I don't really see, like, where it was stitched. I mean, it had to have been stitched on there, right? I mean, I'm literally just starting to realize maybe these were never stitched. Is it not? Was it not ever? I feel like it had to have been stitched. But I don't know, actually. Maybe not. Now I need to get this into, like, the light. And I kind of don't like pulling on the guitar like that, because I get worried about this coming off of it. I wouldn't want that to happen. So actually, I don't know about that. But look, I just need to know if I'm cooking or if I'm cooked. You see, I've been thinking that this guy may actually be my favorite country frogs. Now, alright, hold up. I know a lot of you are going crazy. I don't know. I would feel like you would be. I know he is a very simple looking one. The design is really simple. But I feel like this kind of falls under like the thing with Push It, because Push It has a very simple design, but I don't know. I just really like how it looks. I think the colors really pop out. I really like the dark blue and the yellow and the guitar and the little jewel in the hat, and it's got that little yellow outline there, and I don't know. I mean, plus the actual hat here is just it's pretty good. I don't know. There's just something about him. It's just something about this guy. Just something about him. And yeah, the mouth broke. Yeah, he don't move his head and arm. This arm is snapped. His mouth doesn't move. His mouth used to move. Not anymore. Nope. His arm is snapped. The gear's been split ever since I got it. But the arm, I think, snapped. I don't know. It probably snapped in like 2018 or 2017. But do any of you guys like really, really like him a lot? Because I don't know. Again, the design is really simple, but I just really, really like how he looks. Like, look how like saturated this yellow is, and like the blue looks really nice. It's a nice dark blue. And there's this little design thing down here, which it is a little hard to see, but if you're looking at it, I mean, you will see it. If you have them in light, I think you'll see it, but it is a little hard to see, honestly. But, and I know this looks very similar to Koi, the country pig, but this had to have been before Koi. This must have been first. Surely it was. I feel like it would have been. Because, unlike Koi, while the designs are extremely similar, I mean, I think most people know that Koi's guitar is brown. Like, it's the one that 5 O'Clock Somewhere has. Instead of this one, like what Harlan, the country pig, has. His has stickers on it, but it's the same guitar, though. Well, does it have this little black thing there? Actually, it may not have that. Oh, no, it does. Okay. It does have it. And yeah, I still gotta glue that stupid sticker on there, by the way. I keep forgetting that I need to get that glue, but yeah, no, that doesn't have that. Actually, yeah, I'm thinking of his guitar. Yeah, his guitar doesn't have that. And actually, 5 O'Clock Somewheres doesn't have it either, I think. No, they don't. But this one does. I still like this guitar the most because of the color on it. I like the colors on this the best. But this guitar I think would come second place though. But I mean, I do like how they added that. It's funny how this one has that, but the other two don't. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Why don't the other two have it? They could have just put the black part, and that doesn't really make any sense. But whatever. That is kind of strange. But look, it has that, and yeah, okay. I like On the Road Again guitars better because of the colors on that one. But this comes second place in terms of Jemmy guitars. Actually, they've done other guitars than just these three. They're on the Frogs and the Country Pigs, but I'm not going to get into all those. There's quite a few of them, I think. There's like the ones that the Monty Monty, Bunny, and Chick have, and there's ones that Santa's have that are different, so... And then there's like the ones that like have the light inside, but that's literally just this. I mean, it just has the light in there. Should we count that? No. I'm getting off track though. Look. But like talking about like him and Coy, they do look really similar, but Coy does have the worst guitar. Coy does not have this little outline on his jewel, which I'll just zoom in. See, he doesn't have the outline, and there's something else that Coy doesn't have too. You see what that is? Yeah, you can see it there. You can see what Coy doesn't have. Ignore all that blush on him. Still has all that freaking blush. It's crazy. Oh, no. Go back. Okay. Yeah, there's something that Coy does not have. Besides the outline on the jewel. Coy does not have these little things at the bottom here. Coy don't have that. But As Good As I Once Was does. Actually, I gotta bring this over here. Because... Ooh. Okay. I guess you could say that was a... Oh boy, I can't do it like that. Whoops, okay. Well, alright, this is a little awkward. Okay. That was a saved by the bell moment there. Oh, now I got him in light. This thing was literally just about to die. I'm so happy I got that plugged in before it died. That would have been really annoying. I wonder if that's going to be lagging on the video. That would be funny if it was. It shouldn't. It might be, actually. I don't know. That'd be funny. That'll make for a memorable part of this video. But yeah, now he's in good lighting. See, you can see it now. You can see but see how saturated this yellow is? Doesn't that look nice? And he's really rare, but like, he is really rare. He's easily the rarest Country Frogs. He's definitely more rare than Shiny Yellow on the Road Again and Green Devil Went Down to Georgia, and he's more rare than all that. Now, there's the Redneck Woman that is the country one. I guess that's more rare. I mean, we don't really know if that actually did come out. So, I mean, it seems like it did. So I guess that's the rarest Country Frogs, but that one's just a little strange. I don't know. But this guy is like, he's number 2. He is definitely number 2, and he probably, like, he wouldn't even be that far off from that Redneck Woman. I mean, I guess he would be, but whatever. You know he's really rare. There have been more Blue Whippets that have came up. There have been more Push-Its. I mean, he just might be more rare than Push-It. I don't know. I mean, he does not show up often. And there are not many collectors that have him either. Go and look. There's not a lot. And he has not came on eBay or anywhere in a long time. He really needs to show back up again. Like, really. Because I've just been really, really wanting to see one show up again. I really, really love him. I think he is really peak. And there's something else about him that I really, really like too. And that is his song. His song, I think it's very memorable, and I think it's pretty unique. There is not a single other Jemmy item that has his song. That is a 100% fact. No way is there another Jemmy item that has his song. Impossible. There can't be. And his song, it does fit with the whole of what he is, I think, well. Him being a frogs and all, and frogs getting older. I know there's other implications with, like, the song and whatnot, but it fits with him being a frogs, and the frogs are getting older. I mean, I don't know. I've just always really liked it for that. I mean, I've always really liked him. Even before I got him again in 2013, I always really liked him. Because I did have him, you know, in 2008 and 2009, you know, around that time when I was first getting these. I got him Christmas 2007, along with Pink Get the Party Started, Green Pondy Replay, and Black #1 Spot. And he's more rare than Green Pondy Replay and Black #1 Spot. He definitely is. I mean, he came out in Walmart at the exact same time that Green Pondy Replay and Black #1 Spot did. They were all sold together there. And I guess, you know, Pink Get the Party Started was still there too. Yeah, Christmas 2007 was a pretty peak one because of those 4 frogs. I'm always going to remember that. Unfortunately, Pondy Replay, as soon as I had pressed her stupid wire came off the speaker. All the way back in Christmas 2007. But the other 3 were perfectly fine. Because they do not move their bodies around. He does not move his body around, which is very good, because it means he will always do his music. Unless if he got, like, extremely corroded, and we don't want that. And he is not corroded at all, I think. Like, at all. And I would really like to keep it that way, because for one thing, it was BJB's, and for another, he is just peak. I wish I could play him right now. I'll probably do a second video about this, just so I could play him and talk about how good his song is. You know, but right now, I just wasn't thinking about it. I'm not going to go do that now, but I don't need to be playing him right now. You know what his song sounds like. I mean, no one talks about the Frogs at all, but you do know, we all know what his song sounds like, though, right? You know, there's another frog that people really do not talk about a lot at all either. No Scrubs. No one really talks about her. And that one you see a lot. That red one, you see that a lot. That's a common frog. Even, like, lately, it's especially been common. Why do people not talk about her? I don't know. That's a very good frog, too. And I'm not bringing her up for any reason. But I'm bringing him up for reasons. No Scrubs, you know, that makes even less sense. She's popping up a lot, but no one talks about her. At least he's rare, so I guess he could literally just not be being talked about because of his rarity, and because he just happens to be like this simplistic country frogs. Very simple design, browns and yellow and a little bit of blue. You know, I guess I can see it, but I think the design looks really nice on him. And the song is the best thing about him. I feel like with his song, people would really talk about him more, but I don't know. They just, I don't know. They just don't talk about him. But Walmart frogs. Oh, he's about to fall over. There's his Walmart tag. He still has that on there. And I think I guarantee you he was only sold at Walmart. I know almost all of the frogs are not exclusive to one store. We thought the Black Yeah was exclusive to only Rite Aid, but that changed on like Christmas Eve when one came on eBay that's still on right now. That's over like $300 and it says it was sold at CVS on the box. Yeah. Most frogs are not exclusive to a certain store. Ryden was, that was Walgreens. Blue Jump Around, I believe, was only Walgreens. And then, of course, Rapper's Delight and Cha-Cha Slide. But as good as I once was, I guarantee you was only Walmart. Pondy Replay, Black Number 1 spot, those as well, probably. But more people need to talk about him. I really think this guy is peak. As good as I once was, he is a peak frogs. He is peak Jemmy Frogs. He is really good. I mean, do I think he's like top 10 good? Yeah, no, I don't. I wouldn't say that. I don't think he's top 10 good. That's I don't know about that one. I mean, maybe. But no. With all the ones that are like no one has yet, and like if we're gonna count like, if we're counting prototypes, then he is 100% not top 10 at all. He would be far from it then. But not including the prototypes, just all the really rare ones that should have still been sold and released. Yeah, he definitely still wouldn't make top 10. But there are so many peak frogs, though. And he is up there. Yeah, he's definitely, I think, in, like, the top, probably in the top, I don't know, because there is quite a lot of frogs that no one has yet still. He's in the top 50. I really have to bring it up to 50 because there are just a lot that seem like they'd be really, really cool that no one has yet. And that's not even counting prototypes. But he's in the top 50. That makes it sound like he's not that peak. But he is very peak. And I really, really like him. And I really, really like his song. And I think his design, it is simple. I know. But, and it's not just a nostalgia thing because of having him way back then. It has nothing to do with that. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I watched BJB's video of it back like when it was only like just a few months old of a video. I think I did watch his video of this exact one back then in 2009. But it's not a nostalgia thing. It really isn't. I just really like him because I had other frogs back then, and I don't think all of them as being as high as where I've got him. And I mean, you know my story with On the Road Again by now. And yet, I'm saying that he's better. Still, even with that. So, yeah, that proves that I'm not letting nostalgia get in the way of things. I don't let nostalgia get in the way of things when something is better than the nostalgic thing, at least to me. I don't let it get in the way. I'm not one of them. Nope. I am not one of the nostalgia fanatics, I guess you could say. I like nostalgia. We all like nostalgia, but I'm not like one of those like nostalgia crazy like people. Okay, whatever. I don't take nostalgia too far. I don't take it too far when you've got a Frogs that is just so good. But he was literally a part of my nostalgia anyway, so but it's not nostalgia talking. It's not. It's just because he's just that good. I just keep showing him, but I mean, hopefully, I hope some of you do see in him what I see in him. I mean, I have always really liked him. I mean, if you look back at my oldest videos, I used him for old videos back then quite a bit. I did. I mean, you would be able to tell from back then that I did like him. I really did like him. I was lucky to get that BJB eBay listing with him and those other 3 Frogs, because if I hadn't gotten that, I don't know if I would have him right now. That's how rare he is. If I didn't... not me. If my mom did not find that BJB listing and put a bid on it in August, what was it, July or August 2013, there's a very, very good chance I would not have him right now. And if I did, I'm 90% sure I would have just had gotten one from Hobby, probably. I guarantee it. But yeah, this has nothing to do with nostalgia or anything. Nostalgia's all good and all that. I did a whole nostalgia month thing on my channel, which that could have been done. That could have been done a lot better. But it's not. It's not nostalgia talking. It's got nothing to do with nostalgia here. I just really like him. He is as good as he once was. That's right. I know his song says otherwise, but I believe that he is as good as he once was. But that button pad could be better. The button pad ain't as good as it once was. The button pad ain't as good as it once was. Now that's true. But this is getting long, so we're gonna end it. I will do a part 2 where I'll literally talk about his song, I guess. I don't know. But I think he's peak. Maybe some of you will think that too. Leave a comment. We're almost at the end of the year. Peace. He's really broken. That's sad. Oh, he's the saddest Frogs in the world. Remember that? Yeah, I don't know. Most of you probably don't. Peace.